Hello. Uh, Today we are later than usual. Uh, so this is day 4 of the Odin Project. Good news! Our pull request got accepted, and as you can see, actually the last commit, well, they just committed 13 minutes ago. But here we are. We are official contributors to the Odin Project. Yesterday our pull request got accepted. And so our little contribution now is on the content. Very well. So let's have a look here. And let's see if it's reflected on the actual content. What we changed was about CSS ancestors. So let's see if it changed. It was intro to CSS, and the issue was on the ancestors, descendant combinator. Another way to think of it is that child will only be selected if it's nested inside ancestor, regardless of how deep that nesting is. Nice. This is our sentence. I wrote that. I'm happy. Very well. So why not just continue with the curse? Hopefully, I don't have much time today, but hopefully we can finish all CSS. That would be nice. If we want to push it, we might even get started with Flexbox. Hmm. 1 second. Alright. So, inspecting HTML and CSS. Introduction. Being able to inspect and debug your HTML and CSS is critical to front-end development. This lesson will take us through the Chrome DevTools, which allow you to see detailed information about your elements and CSS rules, as well as assist you in finding and fixing problems in your code. Let's see the overview. You will know how to access the element inspector. You will know how to select and inspect specific elements. You will know how to test out CSS and HTML in the inspector. To open the inspector, you can right-click on any element of the web page and click Inspect. Go ahead and do that right now, or press F12. Okay, inspecting elements. In the Elements pane, you can see the entire HTML structure of your page. That's right. You can click on any of the elements in this pane to select the specific element. Right? Yes. Alternatively, you can click the blue highlighted here icon shown below on the left and hover over any element of the page. That's right. When an element is selected, the Styles tab will show the current applied styles. Right. For example, if you use Inspect to click on your career in web development starts here, header on the top homepage. Let's see. We will not do that. but we can see, yes, the styles applied to it. Yeah. Testing styles in the inspector. The styles pane also allows you to edit styles directly in the browser. You can click inside of any individual selector to add a new rule, or click on an existing attribute to value to alter it. When doing so, the home page responds with the changes in real time. This won't affect the source code in your text editor, but it is extremely useful for quick testing or various attributes and values without needing to reload the page over and over again. Right, go through the following sections of the official Chrome DevTools doc. So this is our first assignment. Overview. Don't navigate to other pages linked here. Just get familiar with what tools are available in the DevTools rather than how to use them all right now. Open Chrome DevTools, similar to what we went over above, but with some nice extras. Get started with viewing and changing the DOM. Skip through any part that uses JavaScript in the console. Okay? View and change CSS. Be sure to follow along with any interactive instructions. After that, we have a knowledge check. So let's read this. So we have in mind the questions we have to answer. How do you select a specific element on your page with your browser's developer tools? What does a strike-through in CSS declaration mean in your browser's developer tools? How do you change CSS in real time on specific elements of a web page with your browser's developer tool? I think everything could be answered just with with this text. But okay. Overview. And this is Chrome for developers. Chrome DevTools is a set of web developer tools built directly into Google Chrome's browser. DevTools can help you edit pages on the fly and diagnose problems quickly, which ultimately help you build better websites and faster. Okay, open DevTools. There are many ways to open DevTools. We already went through that. Command Option J. Yeah, very well. Get started. If you're a more experienced web developer, here are the recommended starting points for learning how DevTools can improve your productivity. Very well. Discover DevTools. The DevTools UI can be a little overwhelming. There's so many tabs, but if you take some time to get familiar with each tab to understand what's possible, you may discover that DevTools can seriously boost your productivity. Device mode. Right. Simulate mobile devices. Element panel and CSS. Viewing and changing the DOM and CSS. Console panel. Sources panel. Right. Debug JavaScript. Yeah. Network panel. View and debug network activity. Recorder panel. Record, replay, and measure user flows. Performance panel. Find ways to improve the load and runtime performance. Memory panel. Application panel. Inspect all resources that are loaded, including IndexedDB or WebSQL databases, local and session storage, cookies, application cache, images, fonts, and style sheets. Security panel. Debug mixed content issues, certificate problems, and more. Interesting. Open Chrome DevTools. Open DevTools from Chrome menus. If you prefer UI, you can access DevTools from drop-down menus in Chrome. Open the Elements panel to inspect DOM or CSS. DevTools opens the element panel and selects the element in the DOM tree. In the Styles pane, you can use CSS rules applied to the selected element. If the last panel you use from Chrome's main menu. Wait, open the last panel. Yeah, that's right. Very well. This is just about opening. Getting started with viewing and changing the DOM. View DOM nodes. What is DOM? It's document something mapping, I think. Document, oh, not map. Document object model. Very well. The DOM document object model tree of the elements panel is where you do all the document object model related activities in DevTools. Inspect a node. When you're interested in a particular DOM node, inspect is a fast way to open DevTools and investigate that node. The elements pane of DevTool opens is highlighted in the DOM tree. Correct. Click the inspect in the top left corner of DevTools. Right. Right-click the ring below and select inspect in the selected DOM tree. Right. So you can use the arrow keys. Show rules. With rules above and to the left of your viewport, you can measure the width and height of each element when you hover in the elements pane panel. Enable the rulers is one of two ways. Press Ctrl-Shift-P or in the preferences. You can also find things. You can even edit the DOM, edit the attributes, the style. Very well. Force state. You can force nodes to remain in states like active, hover, focus, visited, and focus within. This is very interesting. So, hover over the Lord of the Flies below. The background color becomes orange. Right-click Lord of the Flies above and select Inspect. Right-click and force state hover. Focus. Force state. Very well. Looks nice. Okay. Hide a node. You can hide an element, delete a node. You can delete a node. Well, reference the currently selected node with 0. This is so useful. Yeah. Right click. Yeah. Hover over the result. Stores a global variable. Right click. Store as global variable. Let's see how that works. I didn't know this one. So let's take this for example, this node, and right click here, store as global variable. And let's say code node. Didn't work. Maybe I need to select it again. Store as global variable. Temp1, temp2. Very well. Copy the JavaScript path to a node when you need to reference in an automated test. Break on DOM changes. HTML versus DOM. Very well. We can close this. Scroll into view. This is a continuation of the scroll into view section. Okay. Very well. This is very interesting, and I learned something new, so I'm happy. View and change CSS. This is a short one. View and change CSS. Right-click the Inspect Me text below and select Inspect panel of DevTools. Open. Let's close this console. Let's inspect Aloha. We can see, yeah, 1 a.m. In the DOM, wait, oh wait, no. In the DOM tree, find the value of the data message. It's Wakadu. In the element styles of Aloha, what's the padding? 1 a.m. Oh, okay, 1 a.m. I like this. This is so interactive. Add a pseudo state. Very well. Let's do that. Right click, yeah. In the styles pane, click Hove. Hove. There we go. Then hover. What is it? Here. Yeah. Change the dimensions of an element. And I'm guessing it also got triggered here. Yeah. Change the dimensions of an element. It should be also below at the bottom. Yeah. Let's add how much they say. Left margin. Oh, let's get out. I don't want Grammarly. Hit 100. Let's see. Very nice. Yes. Okay, so you're done. Now we can answer these questions. So let's copy this. Let's copy. Now let's go to knowledge check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. How do you select a specific element on your page with your browser developer tool? You can either hover the node, the elements section, or choose the hover tool for element on the web. What does a strike to in CSS declaration mean in your browser developer tool? That the CSS rule was overwritten. How do you change CSS in real time on specific elements of a web page with your browser developers tool? In the link section, you can add styles or edit. You can add styles or edit them without needing to reload the page. Update page. I think that's it. Let's see how it looks. Wait. Yeah, it's correct. So let's add this to our. Let me close so many tabs. Why? Okay. Oops. Very well. Mark is complete. We have completed 52%. Give me 1 second, guys.